Chip Zdarsky continues his thoroughly interesting and enjoyable take on the multiverse and the origins of Batman, putting a spin that only he can on it. The mystery surrounding the nature of this universe Bruce finds himself in keeps getting weirder, and I still subscribe to the fact that Bruce isn't actually in the multiverse like he thinks, but a sort of training quote-unquote simulator failsafe teleported him into with Toyman's gun to help Bruce become quote-unquote Batman again, especially since Zdarsky begun the whole story heavily implying Bruce has forgotten what his Batman means, forgetting why he's doing it all, and failsafe's whole MO was about stopping Batman because he wasn't Batman anymore. It just gets me so excited to read a Batman ongoing that is doing so many interesting ideas with concepts that at this point have been done to death through this character and through DC, but Zdarsky always manages to find a very unique angle to it all. Mike Hawthorne continues the great and gritty dark alternate universe Gotham artwork, this time getting to design a new bat suit for Bruce, mixing elements of Matt Reeves' Batman costume with some really surprising but welcome Earth 2 designs, especially the New 52 Earth 2 Dick Grayson Batman costume, especially in the chest area where the symbol sort of runs down to meet the belt and it's a lot larger than what we usually see on a bat suit. Batman issue 133 continues to deepen its multiversal mysteries while focusing in on Bruce Wayne's return to his roots of what makes a Batman a Batman. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Batman issue 133 finds this alternate world's Riddler tormenting a child with his riddles, telling the kid since he cannot solve his riddles, they will need to fix him at Arkham. Shadow in the rafters moves and Riddler demands to know who is interrupting his sessions. He continues giving riddles to some other kids as the GCPD officers under his control go to investigate the noise they heard. The guard is suddenly thrown from the shadows as more corrupt cops are picked off one by one. A voice calls Edward's name as Riddler fires into the darkness around him, demanding to know who he is. The voice says that he knows much and knows how to hurt the Riddler. The villain takes one of the kids hostage, but a batarang hits his hand, disarming him as the Batman reveals himself, telling the villain that he is vengeance. Selina Kyle later tells Red Mask that they have a problem with Bruce Wayne, dismissing Mask's men to talk to him alone. Selina tells him that the Bruce she met at the gala was not the Bruce Wayne of this world, and he was a fighter, and a good one at that. She reveals that the Riddler was beaten by this Wayne while he was dressed as a bat, because Edward was testing on children, something that she cannot condone, as she has one rule: no hurting children. In the blink of an eye, Red Mask beats up Selina using speed powers, telling her children are his most precious commodity as they are the fastest growing demographic of mental health disorders. He demands Selina bring him this Batman, as out in Gotham, Batman can hear the corrupt police mobilizing to try and find him. Rumors of the being begin to circulate through the Gotham underworld as Bruce digs up the world's Bruce Wayne in search of information for who is behind all of this. He thinks about Darwin Halliday, this world's Joker, and how he must be the one doing all of this. But maybe since people can change, the Joker of this world is kind and benevolent, and maybe he tried to save this world's Bruce. Batman is confronted by a shotgun-wielding Alfred, prompting Bruce to reveal his identity to the man. Alfred knows that his Bruce is dead, and he saw the man at the gala fighting monsters like some suicidal fool. He tells him that he came back to the grave to see if Bruce was still there, only to find this man desecrating the grave. Bruce assures him that he really is Bruce Wayne, but he's from another universe, and the Alfred of his world was a kind man who stood up to evil, something he is there to do as well. Bruce removes his doppelganger from the ground, telling Alfred that he needs to find out what killed this man, and he will do everything in his power to make things right, since that's how Alfred Pennyworth raised him. Bruce leaves Alfred to mourn the loss of Bruce, heading with his doppelganger's corpse to the Wayne mission. Jewel keeps a lookout, telling Batman to hurry up as he puts the corpse through an MRI machine, telling Jewel that he appreciates her help. Jewel reveals that her Bruce gave up his entire fortune and put it into places like this, the Wayne mission, giving food, shelter, and medical help to the poor and becoming a social worker. She guesses Bruce had other things to spend his money on his world, but Bruce says that he did similar things, along with being Batman, calling himself a high-functioning multitasker. Bruce checks the readouts of the machine, finding that the dead Bruce was poisoned with a gas, but there are also traces of multiversal energy. Jewel thinks that this Bruce was from another world as well, as outside, Judge Dent and his men arrive, surrounding the Wayne mission. Batman tells Jewel to alert the staff and to get the residents out, since he's going to get answers from the villain. The cops storm the building, and as a smoke grenade goes off, Batman takes them all down without Dent seeing him, before confronting the villain in the street, telling him that since he is Gotham, he is everywhere. Dent knows that he is the man from the building who attacked him and escaped judgment. He reveals he knows this man is Bruce Wayne, telling him that he has fought him before and beaten him before. Bruce knows that he hasn't fought him, as Dent's venom kicks in, supercharging him as he attacks. Batman thinks that he is as strong as Superman, but he'll beat him all the same since that's what he's always done. Dent, however, knocks Batman to the ground, picking up a car to crush the hero with. Bruce anticipated this, tying a rope around Harvey's leg and yanking it, causing him to fall and become pinned by the car. Dent demands to know how Batman can stand against justice, but Batman punches him square in the face, telling the villain that he is justice. Bruce doesn't let up, beating Dent into the ground since he knows the powered man can take it. The cops watch on in horror as Bruce screams at them, asking what they are waiting for. The terrified cops run off as Batman screams for Dent to tell him everything he knows about Arkham and Darwin Halliday. Selina appears, telling Batman that he doesn't know anything since he's the one who just takes orders. Bruce doesn't have time for her games, wanting to know what she knows. Selina doesn't know anything about Halliday, but she knows everything about Arkham and the Red Mask. Bruce reminds himself that this is not his Selina, wondering to himself if he can trust her as he asks who Red Mask is. Selina doesn't care for who he is since all that matters is that he runs Arkham in the city and needs to be stopped. Knowing Selina like he does, he wonders what's in it for the woman, grabbing her wrist, something Selina does not like. She tells him that Red Mask's experiments offend her, and if he is gone, she wouldn't shed a tear at all. Batman decides to trust the woman, figuring if the gas Red Mask used is linked to the multiversal energy he found on the other Bruce Wayne, then finding the villain will get him home. Selina leads Batman into the sewer, making the hero surprised that she didn't take him to Arkham Asylum. Selina tells him that the asylum was closed down years ago, with Red Mask replacing it with a world under the city. Selina reveals the Arkham Caves to Batman, telling him that he'll find Red Mask and the infected of Gotham there.